Right, fun one. So, now that we've drawn our grid, what you need to do is you need to make sure you have the image that you're going to use. So this is the one that I've decided I'd like to use for my drawing. And what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to use the grid to plan out the proportions perfectly on this piece of paper. Okay, so you need to make sure you have the picture ready, and then you need to have a sharp B or 2B or HB pencil, but it needs to be super sharp. Okay, so now we've got this grid, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in so you can see, because we're going to just start at the top of the grid, and hang on, I'm going to just start at the top of the grid, and we're going to do one section at a time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start here in this first box. So I'm going to look at my drawing, and I'm going to put, I'll put this here so you can see it better. Okay, so we're going to just start on this first corner. Okay, so if we have a look at this picture, you can see this square here relates to this square here. Okay, so if you look at this, for example, this triangle here, you only have a little bit of the drawing going into this corner and going across to the point where all the lines meet. So what I'm going to do is on my grid, I'm going to replicate that one section. Okay, and you can see that this ribbon, it goes over into the next section. So I can start to draw it in, and I'm just drawing very lightly so that if I make any mistakes I can erase them. So this is a really great way of making sure your proportions are correct, and a lot of the students at school, especially a lot of the older students, use this as a way to help them with proportion. Okay, so if we go into the next triangle, in the next triangle you can see there's only a little bit of a ribbon here, so I'm going to draw that little bit, so it's a little bit higher up, so I'll put it here, and it just a little bit into that triangle. It's really small, and then I have this angle that's going to go all the way up here. Okay, so far I have this section and this section finished. Now I'm going to go over onto this triangle here. So I can see this orange ribbon that goes here. We've got this purple ribbon going across. And now it's getting a little bit more complicated. And then it's going to go down. So I'm moving into the next one. I just want to do this little blue ribbon up here. I almost forgot about it. So this technique really helps you to focus on just one part at a time, and the lines also help you to just get everything in proportion. Okay, so now I'm going to move over a little bit. So today's lesson, I just want you to work on this for 30 minutes. Just starting it. You're not going to finish this in 30 minutes. It is not a race. But I just want you to start in the top grid and just start to slowly draw all the shapes as you can see them. Now this is the first time you're doing this technique, so don't worry if it's a little bit difficult or a little bit complicated, because you're learning some new skills. Some of you are going to find that this technique helps you draw much better, and whereas some of you maybe are not going to like this technique, but I want you to all practice it and I'll try it out. Okay, so just a little bit at a time. So probably today you're only really going to get a few of the squares done, and that's fine because we've got a lot of time to do this. So I can see here that her face goes down to here, goes a little bit over there. And then her eye, it's quite far away from that corner. So I'm just looking at the distances. Just sketching out her little mouth. Just peeping over that line. So you can see how I'm just going very slowly, and I'm just going from one section to the next. Okay, so that's what I want you to do. I want you to just start to draw triangle by triangle each part, as much as you can get done. But like I said, I just want you to time yourself for 30 minutes. And then once you've done, just take a little photo of what you've done and upload it onto Google Classroom so that I can have a little look and just check that you're understanding how to do this technique. Okay? Alright.